In a quiet village in France, this quaint little house once flourished with life. Compared to 2009, it looks very different now. Nature's hand has taken over, wrapping it in layers of overgrowth. It's clear that no one has called this place home for years. As a curious explorer, I couldn't resist taking a look inside. Clues within tell the story of its lost occupants, Maurice, his wife, and their daughter 𝗬𝗍. They lived there until 2016, nearly a decade ago. Photographs still fill its corners, capturing moments of a family that once thrived here. Every room whispers hints of the life they shared, as if frozen in time. It feels as though they simply stepped out, never to return. Today we step into this untouched space, a tribute to the family that once called it home. Come with me as we explore the enchanting rooms of this charming little time capsule. Welcome back everybody to a brand new video on the channel. I am just gonna have a seat over here to tell you the story of what I found so far about the abandoned home that I'm gonna showcase you today. So about the story, I found two names. It was a couple, Mr. Maurice and Mrs. C. I have not found her full first name yet. But of course, like usual, we often find this while we explore this place too roughly together. It's been abandoned roughly around 2016, 2017. So that's right now almost a decade. That's quite some time for a place. And yeah, it's a really tiny house, but despite that, it's a real time capsule. All the belongings are left behind, including pictures, memories, and old mementos of this former couple, their ancestors, their grandchildren. We're gonna find it all today. I'm really intrigued to show you this place. So I'm gonna put on my scarf and I would say, let's start our investigation. So if you're wondering, I'm accompanied by Sarah, who joined me in Sweden.
Hi guys.
I know you'll love to see her in the videos. So yeah, I just briefly wanted to show her because she's with me today and it's been quite a while that we've been together exploring.
Long time.
It's quite some time ago, so are you happy to be joining me again for this little explore?
Finally.
Alright guys, let's start this exploration in that case. You often comment, Moreno, are you completely alone in this house? I'm often with friends, but I just don't show these friends on camera. I usually never go exploring alone, given the risks and safety reasons. And we really take this seriously into consideration. Look, nail polish. I really like the porcelain figurines on this little quaint cabinet. I'll put that drawer back. We still have the ironing board over here. Old vacuum cleaner in the corner. And honestly, this room is a little bit messy, but that won't kill the fun. As you are probably aware, we always try to look through the mess, since there is often also a lot of beauty strewn about in such a place. Over here, a nice mask, looks like these Venetian clowns that you sometimes see. A little vase with some plastic flowers, and we had a look and rummaged through these newspapers, and Sarah found out that the most recent one was from 2016, yet a food product that we found was expired in 2017. And look at this. The couple, the last vivid memory of them together, beautifully immortalized on this picture. We have more porcelain ornaments over here. There's also a lot of wallpaper coming back again in this home. So you can clearly tell the French style and taste into decorating this home. Okay, a 𝗦𝘁cie television. I've never seen that brand before. We have some more books and magazines and even a game over there. Beautiful marble fireplace. It's an old home for sure. I think late 1800s at least. Traditional tile work. An oil lamp. Wow. Beautiful mirror. Painted in this gold color. Religion was of importance to them. And look at this, the bird of a child. Maybe their grandson, or maybe their own son. And maybe those were the pictures of their parents. Another ornament from a French city, including a thermometer. And this built-in cabinet still contains everything on top of the shelves, including a massive bottle over here of wine, 𝗏𝘗𝗏𝗏. Oh, look at this. This actually is some decoration from Christmas time. And I do believe that this box used to be filled with Christmas balls, maybe even still is. Oh yeah, well, no Christmas balls anymore, but it's filled with sewing threads. We're also gonna find a sewing machine inside, I believe, so I think Mrs. C loved to sew. I assume that this was the main living room. What you're seeing on the ground is no real ties. There was actually floor carpeting down beneath it, and this is just an extra layer that they put on top. Well, we do have a basement. And if you look on the right, or left side I should say, it's really special to see all these colored windows. Some old bottles over here that were used to can food during scarce times in the winter. Imagine that during times of war, this home was also occupied. And you can probably understand those were really scarce times. Even if you didn't grow up in this time period. We've even seen it during COVID-19 with all the toilet paper from the stores that people massively started to hoard and collect and buy. And there was a certain scarcity. People are always prepared. And apart from that, a thing I haven't told you yet is that these people were also some kind of farmers. At least they had sheep. And I'm just walking inside the dining room. And yes, the tiles on the ground over here with this flower pattern, they are real. Absolutely gorgeous. Also really like the wallpaper. Flowers are coming back again. Right in front of me used to be the main door of the home. A lot of cobwebs right above it. It is hard to see since there is no natural sunlight falling through this place. All the shutters of the windows are closed. I think this was part of the wood burning stove. Another sofa over here in a nice frame. Oh, still a leather purse over here. Probably with a hand knitted scarf inside. And actually these over here are the curtains, so you can tell they have fallen down just because of the passage of time. Hand knitted pullovers most likely. More debris from the stove. Hey, same frame is coming back over here. Another mirror with some neat wooden carvings. The last wood that was used for this wood burning stove. Actually a Godin. These used to be really popular and are in general the more antique French stoves. Coals used to be put over here. And a marble fireplace once again. Now look in front of me. This very tall grandfather clock. There is a sun on top of there. Beautiful piece, still perfectly standing here, trapped in time, literally. Some more bottles of liquor on the ground. Hey, look at this cute photograph. The tiny child just joyfully laughing. Some nice shot glasses. And I'm actually in awe about this cupboard. Really intricate woodwork. Beautifully designed. Curious if it's still locked. Yeah, it seems it is. We'll never know what's inside there. But we can still appreciate its beauty. And the other doors. By the way, this is the bottle that Sarah checked. The Cassis syrup. And that was expired in 2017. Although I do think that these bottles of syrup have a quite long date of expiration. So I assume 2016. That's still quite some time for a place if it just sits in negligence. Nice lamp over here in the center of the dining room. Right above the table where they used to dine one day. There is still an ashtray and the remains of some coffee with a slight presence of mold on top of it. Over here this tin filled with buttons and probably items that she used for repairing clothes, or maybe even handcrafting clothes herself. And from here we walk to the master bedroom. As you can tell, the tile work starts to transition to another style. Wow. Incredible. Countless memories are left behind in this room. There are so many towels and bed sheets inside here. A nice squeaky door. There's also one for the Urbex bingo. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's double bingo. Oh, the handle over here is gone. I'm gonna leave it. I might destroy it. Ooh. This is also really unstable. Wow, look at this nice washing bowl over here. Mrs. C probably used to groom herself here one day. Looking inside this mirror. Really hard to imagine right now when you look at the mirror and it's in such a poor state. Some jewelry inside here. Wow. I cannot believe that that is still left there. Might not be super valuable, but still. Usually it's the burglars who find out about a place first. And it's the urban explorers who come afterward. Look at the headboard of the bed. That's fascinating. These three-dimensional carvings. And yet another stove and fireplace. Different tiles. White marble this time. Even a bed pot over there for their droppings when they were a little bit older. I'm really sure that Mr. Maurice and Mrs. C grew pretty old. And this might have been a picture of Mrs. C when she was still younger. And over here, in her 40s, 50s, I assume. And I think these are the parents, for sure. Of either one of them. What a trailing old photograph. Unfortunately, this building wasn't passed on to the next generation. We have some more old children's pictures. Probably Mrs. C again. A fan from Sevilla in Spain. A city in the southwest of Spain where they probably traveled to. No way. You won't believe what I just found. On the 2nd of July 1994, this is what this home looked like when it was still vivid. And right now you will see how it looks right now. And it's such a difference, guys. Can you believe how these places can actually change over time? From a place blossoming with life that it once used to be, to the place that it is now. Yes, it is hard to believe. But unfortunately, this is the reality of the world we live in. There is so much waste. And life is impermanent. So that's why we all gotta cherish our family, our friends, and our memories, whilst we can still enjoy our time on this globe that we call planet Earth, because one day it will all be over. And so it was for these people. What a contrast to see them over here on the most happy day of their life, their wedding. Cobwebs are all going through the room, and it all just sits here in silence and left unloved right now. Medicine over here. It's always sad to see, but unfortunately this is reality. We all grow older, and our health conditions impair, for some individuals worse than others. So, like I mentioned, we gotta make the best out of our time that we have here. And I hope that I can contribute to that a little bit through these videos, guys. So I told you it's a tiny house. We've almost explored everything on this floor now, except for the kitchen. As you can tell, Sarah has to wait for a little, so she's actually finishing some last minute deadlines. Hard worker, kudos to her. And meanwhile, she's still on the guard if somebody comes. So this is the kitchen. And yeah, the eye catcher is definitely this bird statue over here. Yet I'm quite curious if the water still works. That's always something I try to check. I don't think so. The buttons of the tap are very rusty, but all the kitchenware is still inside. Whoa, that's a lot of cobwebs. There is a toaster for sandwiches. Also a little chicken statue. These people surely love animals. I'm not sure if they had a pet themselves, but they did have sheep. We also found files from the veterinarian that the sheep actually got some kind of vaccination. The reason why I'm not showing that on camera is because it also contains private information and sensitive documents about the full names and addresses of the home of the former owners. Things that don't need to fall into the wrong hands. But on that document we found also another name, Zoe. So I think that Zoe actually was their daughter and also used to live and grow up in this home. We've seen the master bedroom, so you might wonder, where did Zoe sleep? We're gonna see that right now. We're gonna head up here. As you can tell, a little bit messy, at least these first stairs. So let's be elegant. Whoa, broken mirror, a lot of storage. You can tell that the roof is still in a relatively good condition, apart from some roots that are slowly merging in. But it's quite leakage free. And that's the most important. Because leakage results in mold. And when mold actually damages wood, it starts rotting. It's crazy to still see the drying lines containing the clothes. of Mrs. C, the other family members. They're just spread out across this attic. And look at this. This is actually very odd to see. They built this kind of box over here in the attic space in order to create the bedroom of their daughters away. But before I'm going to show you that final bedroom, let's explore what else we can find between all the storage here. I see a calendar, 2003. I see palms of a lady. Whoa, way more clothes in here. Incredible. Iron, socks, a carpet, and even this hair dryer that you usually only see in a hair salon. They had some more storage behind here. I can unfortunately not go there because of all the cobwebs. Well, I can, but if I wanted is the second question. And this used to be another line, as you can tell. That's just fallen down, including all the clothes. And all these leather and woolen jackets were probably too heavy to withstand. So finally, let's explore. Oh, I hung inside one of these washing lines. Let's explore the final bedroom right now. I really love this one. Check it out. Isn't this an enchanting space? The soft blue wallpaper, still dolls and a teddy bear on top of the bed, where their daughter Zoe once slept. It's enchanting and is also sad. These places always evoke a range of emotions. More old pictures also over here. Them having a dinner somewhere. I believe it's not in this home. This looks like they signed for something official. Yeah, this wasn't a wedding. Oh no, it was a baptism. Maybe the baptism of Zoe that we can see right here. So it was not a dinner. No, it was a Catholic baptism or Christian baptism. Hair is still inside here. Really old jug, you can tell for how long it's been standing there. Oh look, we have this frame. And there is a note. Born on the 6th of April 1972. Baptized on the 14th of May 1972. I think that was the daughter, Zoe. That would mean that she is also about 50 years old right now. 50, 60, around the age of my parents. Wow. Pocket record player. At least not a very big one. And you know what's just so wonderful? The lamp cover that we see right here. It's most likely hand sewn. I've seen all this fabric and material that she used in boxes. In such cases, you really put your creativity, love and passion inside a home. I think those were children's pictures of Zoe. She also does look like the baby on the picture that got baptized. And over here is the sewing machine. The cousin still with the sewing thread on top. A photo mirror over here. I've not often found that before. Let's open this one. Yeah, that's the sewing table. So in that way you could operate it. Let's see. No. Unfortunately, that's not operative anymore. Tiny model ship. Another frame. Oh, I just walk with my head inside spider webs. Again, it's so hard to see on camera, but in this room there are a lot of them. So, with that having shown, guys, I think we came to a good point to close this video. Okay, I hope you're able to see me well, because in the past I noticed sometimes I film an outro, my face is not visible, so I hope that's the case right now. Anyway, I really love this Explorer. It was, like we say in Dutch, klein maar fijn. Little but very fine. So yeah, if you appreciated this tour and the documentary of this place, all I want to ask you for is hitting the thumbs up. It's a free way of support and it really helps us, so more people get to see these videos and also get aware of what happens with places that become abandoned all over the globe. Of course, if it's the first time you're seeing this video, feel free to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on every new video. We post a video every single weekend, so one time a week. And also, if you have some questions or suggestions for the future, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. Also your ideas about the video. If you want to see more content than just the weekly episodes, we also offer a range of member exclusive videos or early access to our weekly videos, so you get to watch it 1, 2 or even 3 weeks prior to the main audience. Yeah, it's all there. You can find the links in the description to sign up as a channel member or a Patreon supporter, whatever you prefer. Patreon offers annual billing, whereas channel memberships is just a way of a monthly payment, and you can always cancel if you don't enjoy the perks and it was not what you expected from it. But it does help us to travel all over the world. Filming these places is a lot of fun, but it also costs some money for gas, hotels, flights, you name it. But anyways, I'm grateful for your support nonetheless. Wherever you are just watching or are a channel member, I love everybody, and I really want to thank you for watching to another one once again. And I hope to see you with the next episode next weekend. Peace out.